So I'm editing this video and I forgot to put an intro, but yeah, it's just the Chatty Get Ready with me, and I'm talking about following your dreams as a first gen. So okay, so let's get started. The first thing that I'm gonna do is put on my dr.jart water drop moisturizer. It's okay. It's not my favorite moisturizer that I've had. I just asked, you know, the Sephora person, hey, I'm looking for a new moisturizer, or like, what do you recommend? And you know, I always like to get people's recommendations, especially if they're a professional in that section. So I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna ask her. And it's not really my favorite. I don't feel like it moisturizes my face enough. I used to have the Clinique Hydro Gel thing before, and I feel like that literally just like was like splashing, like, I don't know, really moist water. Okay, that just sounds bad. What I'm here to talk about is actually, I want to do a Chatty Get Ready with me, talking about following your dreams and what that means, especially if you're first gen. I've been wanting to talk about it for a while, but it's like really hard for me to open up. I'm a Capricorn, if that says anything in your head. So like for me, emotions are like really hard for me to express, and yeah. But I really did want to talk about it because I feel like I'm going through it a lot more now. Struggling, you know, like not having a full-time job right now is good for me, but I feel like it's not doing justice to my parents. Anyways, let me find my makeup first and then we'll continue talking. So I have this, and I'm just looking for my primer. This is my dr.brandt Pores No More Luminizing Primer. I got this in a BoxyCharm. A lot of my makeup that you're gonna see today is actually from BoxyCharm, so I love BoxyCharm. Yeah, so for me, I feel like I'm struggling a lot right now, mentally and just like with myself, about me not having a full-time job. Even though I'm doing some really cool projects, it's not, I don't know, like, you know, the American dream is to have like this full-time job with like salary and like benefits and all that. And I had that, but I don't know, like, I feel a lot more fulfilled now that I'm freelance and I'm actually doing things that I really like. And I mean, it's not like I wasn't doing it before, but you know, just like doing projects that are very personal to me and having my name attached to them, and you know, putting out stories that are really meaningful to me, and I know really meaningful to a lot of people that are like me. But you know, like for me, my dream, my goal is to be a Latina director in Hollywood, and a lot of people want to steer away from Hollywood and all that, but I'm like, I really want to change it from the inside out. You know, like I want to be an insider there, changing it, making stories, making these movies, making these TV shows and all that are telling our stories, you know, our genuine, real stories. So that's my goal, and like I'm working towards that goal right now, but I'm in like limbo, you know, like I literally left, or you know, got laid off from my job, and now I'm working with a lot of cool companies that are, I'm still doing a lot of digital unscripted work. I do want to go more to the narrative scripted, doing short films, doing films, TV shows, web series side. I'm in that journey that I know that I'm going in. Okay, I'm just gonna continue doing my makeup because I'm just gonna talk to the camera. Okay, so I'm using this Revolution Makeup Revolution from London in the shade F12. I actually got this at BeautyCon and I love it. If you can tell, it's almost done. So I'm just gonna put this all over my face. And I love stick foundations because I don't have to put my fingers in it, and I have long nails, so yeah. And this is more like my everyday makeup. It's a little bit darker than my skin color now because I literally have not gone out to the sun this whole summer, so my skin is a little not, you know, not brown, not tanned or whatever. And I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender. But yeah, so right now I'm in that limbo spot where like I'm still working with all these companies, my majority, you know, small business Latino companies, Latinx, Latina companies, which I enjoy doing. I feel like really good doing this work with them. But I still have like my dream in the back of my head. Like I'm still actively working on my scripts. I'm still actively trying to create web series, and they're all an idea right now, and I need to just do it. You know, like that's like where I'm at right now. Like I'm like, okay, I have all these ideas. I have all these script ideas. All right, let's just start writing them. Let's just start shooting them. Let's just start doing all that while still, you know, making some money. Working and helping out these, you know, Latinx companies. But yeah, but at the same time, I still think about my parents and how, like, I feel like I'm not doing what I should be doing as a first gen. And I always stop myself from doing stuff because I always say I should be and I could be and all these things, instead of like actually thinking about like, this is what you're doing already. You shouldn't be doing something else. Stop thinking that you should be like in this lane, because everyone's journey is different. And I tell that to you and I say that out loud, but like in my head, my mentality is not like that. Like I feel like I'm not doing it the right way, you know? So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. It's just like an internal thing that I'm going through right now, especially when I'm not successful, whatever that means, you know, like the conventional success of an American dream, you know? I for sure, like a lot of people want to be able to buy their parents a home and like want to be able to give them some money for things and stuff like that. And right now, I can't do that, you know, like, and it makes me feel really shitty, but it's just the truth. And yes, I'm young and all that, like I know I have time, but what is time? You know? So I don't know, especially now. Let me just go in with my powder first before I continue. But yeah, so that's a lot of like the mentality and dilemma that I have internally every day about being able to help out my parents, and feeling selfish to go on this journey that I'm going in, trying to transition into narrative, right? Like I can just work for a digital company full time, but for me myself, I know for sure I'll be too tired to work on my own work. You know, like I'll be too tired to go home and write an outline for a script, go home to actively work on myself, which is what makes me selfish, I feel, which makes me feel like I'm being selfish. Okay, so then I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. powder. This is a translucent powder that I put on. I used to have a loose powder and I feel like I like loose powders more, but I bought this. So yeah, I'm gonna go in with this brush that I have not washed in forever, and just put it around my face. And I feel like for me, powders dry me out. I literally, I'm just gonna say this, I should have just said this from the beginning, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm just doing it because this is the makeup I do every day. But I feel like this powder really dries out my face, even though I use a really moisturizing foundation. Like that foundation stick is so moisturizing, and dewy, gives me that dewy look. But I feel like this is obviously a matte like finishing powder, so it's for sure gonna do that. So what I do after I put on my foundation, especially around my nose, I hate how my nose looks when I put powder on, because my nose has combination skin. Like it's like oily and dry at the same time, just my nose. So after I put on my powder, I usually like to go in with this facial spray just to like kind of give it, you know, revive it again, because I feel like that powder, yeah, it sets some of the parts, but yeah, I put a lot, but it like dries me out and I don't like that feeling. So yeah, but yeah, so so being on this journey right now, I feel really selfish, and I don't know, I just feel like I could be doing more, but I shouldn't be having that mentality. But I really wanted to make this video because I know I have a lot of creative friends out there and a lot of people that do want to pursue creative careers and are pursuing creative careers, or are already on the other side of pursuing those creative careers where they're already more successful. And I don't know, like, do y'all feel that way? Do y'all feel what I feel right now? But yeah, so especially when you take a route that is like unconventional to do these things, I feel like parents don't really understand what's going on, and maybe they won't know until you do become that successful person. So I feel like right now I'm just, you know, living my life and trying to move forward, and do something that's gonna benefit me, and benefit, you know, my whole community, hopefully in Hollywood. But yeah, it's hard. It's hard doing it. It's hard knowing that if I do apply to a job, if I do, you know, I have a lot of good friends and a lot of full-time jobs and a lot of cool companies, that I know, like, if I like nudge them and be like, hey, I'm actually looking for a full-time job now, like, I know they'll help me out. And I don't know if that makes it worse, you know, like, I know it's right there and I should just be doing it, but also, like, I'm really taking this time for myself and seeing what I can do for myself. And that's selfish, you know? So yeah, this is I'm gonna go in with just putting some little gel on my brows. I'm gonna go with the Gimme Brow by Benefit. Before this, I was using the IT Cosmetics Universal Taupe, you know, brow pencil, and I like that better. Like, I get it, like, I have full eyebrows, like, legit, you know, like, I don't really need this, but it gave me kind of like, it filled in these parts and it just gave me more of a shape, especially when I don't do my eyebrows. Right now my eyebrows are suffering a little bit, but you know, the IT Cosmetics thing will fill it in. This gives me a little bit of more just grooming it, because they are wild sometimes, my eyebrows. And that's another video I can do just on my eyebrows. Like, my journey of actually accepting these things was hard. But yeah, so yeah, that's all I do for my eyebrows. It just gives them a little bit more grooming. That's about it. Next, I'm gonna go in with my eyeliner. And this eyeliner is from Pretty Vulgar. I actually did get this in a BoxyCharm too. So I used to use gel liners all the damn time before, and then I got into the Kat Von D like felt tip one, and just because that one literally would not like come off, like it literally would stay on my eyelids like all the time. And then this also came in a BoxyCharm with this, so yeah, I'm just gonna go in. I really love this gel liner, so I don't know, I feel like for me, I think it's harder to do gel liner, but I feel like I have more control over how much I put or how dark the line is and stuff like that. For the felt tip ones, they're more like liquidy, so it's all just gonna go really dark all the time, you know? But yeah, so I don't know if I can talk through this. So yeah, I can't talk through this, so you're just gonna see me put it on sped up. Alright, that's all I'm doing for now. It's a simple eyeliner. I have years of practice with my eyeliner, so I think it looks pretty good most of the times that I do it, and it's usually even because that took a lot of practice. I feel like I'm feeling more guilty now because I can get a full-time job if I really want to, but I also feel like I need that time. Like, I worked at my old company for 2 years and it was cool and it was great and I learned so much and I have really great friends coming out of that, but I just couldn't do it again, you know? Like, I don't want to give 110% to a company right now. I really just do want to focus on my work and helping out smaller Latinx businesses and stuff like that, and I can't do that financially right now, so I want to do that, and I want to give myself at least a year of just freelancing and, you know, teaching myself that, and hopefully coming out of that year being able to, you know, direct a feature film or direct a web series, or, you know, like coming out knowing that I can do what I want to do, what I love to do full time without having to work for a company full time. yeah, so I really am in that journey right now, and I don't know how many times I'm gonna say that word this video, but I really am in that process, that journey of, you know, wanting to do something different with my work, with my life, but also having in the back of my head my parents. So it's a struggle. It's a really big struggle. I'm gonna do my mascara while I say this, but yeah, so this is my mascara. I got this also in a BoxyCharm. It's from Wander Beauty. TBH, I liked the Butter London mascara that they put in the other BoxyCharm more than this one. I feel like this one doesn't really give me the oomph and volume that I like on my lashes. My lashes are already long, so I just want for them to look fake because I don't know how to put fake lashes on. But yeah, so I feel like my friends, I have a lot of friends going through the same dilemma, and that's why I wanted to make this video, because like, I know this sounds weird, but like, you're not alone, you know. Like, I know a lot of people in different como se dice, like different careers. I know a lot of people in different careers that are like, I feel like are going through the same dilemma that I'm going. But you know, I've always wanted to be able to buy my parents a home. I've always wanted to be able to help them out. I don't know, I want to be able to give back to them before it's too late. As crazy or sad as that sounds, you know. So yeah, I don't know, I feel like I'm actually like the firstborn, so I feel like, I don't know if that makes it more pressure on me, like, I don't know. But yeah, I feel like I give myself that pressure a lot, of like giving myself a timeline or a deadline as to like when I should give back to my parents. Like, I'm like, okay, I've already been out of college for 2 years. I know a lot of people are judging me because I'm young, but it's just like my mentality. But yeah, so it's like, yeah, I've been out of college for 2 years. 3 years? No, 2 years now. And I'm like, I thought I would be able to do something for them already. And I haven't. So besides making my mom famous, but yeah, so like, besides that, it's just like, there's also a deadline in the world, because my parents love the city I'm from. I love my city too, but I'm willing to move out of it. My mom literally came from Mexico to Inglewood. Like, this is all she really knows. Like, this is where she was literally like has been living here for 20 plus years, you know. So my goal was whatever, to get them a house in Inglewood, because that's literally what they know. It's the city they love, and the stadium is like making it impossible now to do that. Oh my god, I'm gonna get so emotional. But you know, so it's like, I always like to use the buzzword gentrification, as my boyfriend likes to say, but it's gonna happen. Like, houses are going for sale, like places are getting rented for way more than they would before, and a lot of people are going through that struggle in my city, I feel like, already. But but the more I think about it, I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to buy my parents a house here. I just did my makeup, bruh. Okay, a house here in the city that I love, the city that they love, because of other people. Oh my god. So I feel like that's my deadline more, is I'm racing against time right now, like trying to buy them a house here, because I know they love this city so much. Okay, I'm gonna stop crying now, because I don't like to cry, and I'm alone with a camera, and I'm gonna put this on the internet, hopefully. But yeah, so it's like, I'm giving myself that deadline, because it's like, it's kind of getting harder and harder every day for me to be able to buy them a house in Inglewood. And if I'm not a fucking millionaire in the next 3, 4, 10, I don't know, years, I'm not gonna be able to do that, you know? And I feel like I should be focusing on that instead of focusing on my career. I should be less selfish and get a full-time job, move up in a company, not necessarily doing what I love, just so I can be able to buy them a house here in this city. And yeah, like, gentrification is real, and I don't know, like, it's not here yet, but I see it coming. Me and my parents and my family, like my brothers, we look into houses here and there, being hopeful that, like, okay, this one's not that much, but it's like I can't like buy a house for them right now, even when I was working at my old job, because it just wasn't, you know, the pay you need to get a house. It's not that easy to get a house these days. We need a cosigner, and we need all these things. I already been through a little bit of a process of it, and it's like you can't do it by yourself. So yeah, it's like we look into houses and we're like, okay, cool, this one looks really nice, and we like make up like, oh, like, you know, us living there or whatever, but we can't afford it. Or maybe we can afford it, but, you know, we can't afford it according to the government, you know? So it's like we need a cosigner. I need someone to help me out. And, you know, it's a lot of factors that go into that, of us not being able to find a cosigner. And it's a lot more things that factor into that. So yeah, it's not easy, and it's been really hard, and this is like the ultimate dilemma that I have in my head. Like, I know that me hustling and like working hard right now is eventually going to get me the career that I want, and I know I'm gonna do. You know, I'm gonna be a Latina director, I'm gonna be doing all these films, I'm gonna write these cool things and all that stuff in the future, you know, not right now. And right now I'm in that struggle part of it where I'm at the beginning. I know I have some good ideas, I know this is what I want to do, I know all these things, and I know things that will, like, hopefully is a stepping ladder to me getting my ultimate dream job, my ultimate dream career. Okay, while I'm speaking, this is gonna be the Becca highlighter in Prosecco Pop. I think that's how you say it. I also got this at BeautyCon. But yeah. So yeah, like, I know right now I'm in that transition period, and I know that one day I am gonna be Alina Waithe, a Justin Simeon, even Marvin and Linda. Like, I know I'm gonna be there. Like, I know I'm gonna be there one day, because I'm gonna do it, you know? I already know I am. But right now it's not that part, and right now things around me are making it really hard for me to not feel bad about being in this part of my life, you know, this part of my career. So yeah, I feel like my parents no one really knows this struggle I feel right now. But I know my friends are gonna be watching this, because those are my #1 viewers on my YouTube channel. And yeah, like, this is like literally what goes on in my head every day. Like, I just think about it, especially when I drive around my city. I see things that I've seen in Highland Park, Echo Park, even right now, like in Boyle Heights. You know, there's some similar things of gentrification, similar patterns and stuff, and it's hard to see because I know it's gonna affect a lot of people, but it's gonna affect my family for sure. So yeah, that's what really sucks right now about everything that's going on. But anyways, so this is gonna be the Pure Purr, I never know how to say these names, bronze and brightener. I also got this on a BoxyCharm and BeautyCon. This is all my makeup. So yeah, I'm going in with my brush, and I'm gonna go in with the bronzer part of it and just you know, put some bronze on my face. That's what I wanted to talk to you all about today. I don't know how this is gonna be taken, but yeah, it's just a lot, you know. It's a lot going on in my head, going on around me, and I put a lot of pressure on myself, and I always have ever since I was really young, which is why I did really good in school, or, you know, good enough in school. I think it's a firstborn thing too, and it's also a me thing. Like, that's just how my brain is wired. But yeah, so, you know, it's always like this American dream and this wanting to help your parents out and all that. And I feel like I've always had that in the back of my head, and I always knew that. This is me opening up. So, I don't know. I hope this video gets received well. I'm just gonna go in with my facial spray. I really love this facial spray. It smells so bomb. It smells like roses. So I'm just gonna go with it again. I really wanted to do this video to open up to y'all and talk about just what's going in my head right now, currently, in the state that I'm in my career, in my life, in just what goes on mentally in my head, and open up, because that's really hard for me to do. But yeah. Oh, I'm missing something. I literally just got this in the mail yesterday, but I really have been wanting to try out just the gloss look, the lip gloss, you know. So trying out my Glossier gloss. Yeah. So this is gonna be so this is gonna be my finished look. It's very kind of like simple, I guess. I don't know. This is my face, how it looks like every day, mostly if I wear makeup. But yeah, so I'm just gonna wrap it up with giving y'all some updates on my life. Yeah, so I'm doing a lot of cool stuff right now, that, you know, make me happy to do. Like, I'm just like so happy to do these things. So like, it's an eternal dilemma of what I spoke about earlier, but you know, what I'm doing right now is really cool. Like, I just love working with a lot of small Latinx companies. So the first lookbook I did with Ella Loca came out yesterday, and I was actually able to shoot, you know, Michelle, my friend, and Ruth. So I don't know, it's a step up. Like, I was never comfortable using a camera, and now here I am, whatever. So I'm doing that. I'm working on Mujeres Can Do Anything season 2 with Rachel at Viva La Bonita. Oh, I'm so excited. I just love her and what her company stands for, and I'm so happy I get to work with her. Yeah. So then I'm also working on I think Hannah's Think About It music video should be coming out soon. So I directed that too, and that one looks really beautiful. So that's the first music video I have ever directed, and it's really beautiful, and I'm really proud of it. So yeah, I'm doing that stuff. I'm also gonna be doing something with Latinx therapy. You know, like I'm gonna be helping out my friend Ruben. Like, I feel really fulfilled doing this work, and it makes me really happy to be able to use my expertise to help out these companies. So yeah, and I don't know, like, it makes me really happy, especially because I do go with Rachel a lot, and we just talk about these ideas and these things that we're for sure gonna do in the future. And yeah, so I don't know, right now I'm really happy where I'm at in my career, even though I know that contradicts everything I said earlier, but I really am happy, and I feel really fulfilled, and I feel really content with my life right now. I love to work, so I'm always working. This is my outlet of something for myself, and I still consider this work because I do have to put out a video, or I'm giving myself a deadline to put out a video every week. But it's for me, you know, and for y'all. If y'all want to see this video, thank you for watching. You know, it's just so awkward. But yeah, so, you know, I'm doing a lot, and I love it. Like, I love doing a lot. Like, if I'm doing nothing, that's when I feel like my anxiety kicks in. That's when my motivation goes down. So if I'm actively working on things, like, I feel really happy. And I'm applying to grants, I'm applying to programs. I'm part of Women in Film's Insight program. Thank you for watching this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Please let me know any, like, let's have a discussion about this. Like, what are your internal struggles as a creative, as a first gen? Like, what thoughts do you have, you know, about all that stuff? So please go like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you'll see me next week. Bye.